Hello, you're welcome to Master T Math Class Live. And in this live class, we want to consider this topic in mathematics, sort. Now, let's look at some questions under sort. We want to rationalize some problem under sort. Now, let's consider number one here. We have 1 over 1 minus 2 root 3. For this, when we rationalize this from here, we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, here we have 1 multiplied by conjugate sort. There is 1 plus 2 root 3, then divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate sort. We have 1 minus 2 root 3 multiplied by also 1 plus 2 root 3. The next step, we expand from here. When one open this bracket, we still have same thing as 1 plus 2 root 3, then divided by, the expansion here follows from when we have a minus b into bracket, open bracket, a plus b. Here the same thing as a squared minus b squared. That is, here a is serving as 1. We can write it as 1 squared minus b is 2 root 3, that's 2 root 3 all squared. Then this becomes 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 1 square is 1 minus this square affect 2. We have 2 square 4, then times root 3 squared as 3, and this becomes 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 12. 4 times 3, that's 12. Then this same thing as 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 12 minus 11. And if we like, we can write this as 1 over minus 11, then minus 2 root 3 over 11. So here, this minus also can come to the front here. So when we separate this into two fractions, this is what we have: minus 1 over 11, then minus 2 root 3 over 11. Okay, so you are watching us live here at Master T Math Class. Subscribe for more videos and share this video now. Let's consider another question here, which is number 2 from here. Also, we want to simplify this sort problem. That is, we have 2 over root 2 plus root 5. Also, when we rationalize here, multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, here we have 2 times conjugate sort here, that's 2 roots. That's 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5 here. Then divide by, also multiply this by the conjugate, which implies you have root 2 plus root 5. Also multiply by the conjugate, which is root 2 minus root 5. Then when we expand as well, what we have up is a constant 2 multiplying the bracket. Also, we can leave it the way it is there, and we can write it as just 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5. Then over this. Also, this follows difference of two squares, which is in the form of a plus b, two brackets, open bracket, minus b. This same thing as a square minus b square. And here a is root 2. So we can write this as root 2 square, then minus b root 5, that's root 5 square. Then this becomes 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5. Then divide by, yes, square cancel square root, we have 2 minus, also square cancel square root, we have minus 5. That is, here we have 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5, then divided by 2 minus 5, that's minus 3. And if we like, we can write it as minus 2 over 3 into bracket root 2 minus root 5. So we have this as the rationalized form of this given problem here. Okay, now let's consider another question here. We label this as number 3. And also, you have to simplify. This is also a simple one. 1 divided by 1 plus root 2. Also, when we rationalize this, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. Here this becomes 1 times the conjugate sort the other as 1 minus root 2. Then divide by, also multiply this by the conjugate sort. We have 1 plus root 2 into brackets. Also multiply by the conjugate as 1 minus root 2. Then when we open this bracket as well, from up here, 1 times this bracket is the same thing as 1 minus root 2 divided by, also here follows difference of two squares, where when we have a plus b multiplying by a minus b, this same thing as a square minus b square. At this here we have 1 square minus root 2 squared, and this becomes 1 minus root 2 over 1 square, that's 1 minus root 2 square, square cancel square root, we have 2. This becomes 1 minus root 2 over 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Also, we can separate this and we write this as 1 over minus 1, then minus root 2 over minus 1. That is here 1 over minus 1, same thing as minus 1. Minus over minus turn to plus, then root 2, this root 2 here. And this is same thing as root 2 minus 1. So this here also we have the simplified form of that solved problem. We have already rationalized that. Thank you for watching us live here at Master T Math Class. Do well to subscribe. Also share this video, and thank you for joining us. Now let's consider another question here. And here we have number 4. And this is also a simple one from here. And we are to also rationalize 1 over 3 minus root 2. When we evaluate, we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator here. As this here we have 1 times. The conjugate sort here is 3 plus root 2. And also multiply this by the conjugate sort. That is, we have 3 minus root 2 multiplied by also 3 plus root 2. Then we expand the bracket next step. When one multiply this bracket, we still have same thing as 3 plus root 2. Then divide by, this also follows when we have difference of two squares, that is in form of a minus b, two brackets, open bracket, a plus b. Here we have a square minus b square. A here is 3, that is we can say this is 3 square minus b root 2, that's root 2 square. Simply we have 3 plus root 2 up here divided by 3 squared, that's 9, minus root 2 square. Square cancel square, 12 minus 2. And also, this becomes 3 plus root 2 over 9 minus 2, that's 7. We can as well separate this and we have 3 over 7 plus root 2 over 7. Okay? So it depends on how we want our answer to be at the final answer. So that is the simplified form of this given problem. Now, let's consider another form, which is number 5 here. So let's label this as number 5. And also we have to simplify 55 divided by 2 root 5 minus 3. 2 root 5 minus 3. When we rationalize this, multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, here we have 55 multiplied by 2 root 5 plus 3, which is the conjugate sort of the denominator. Also, multiply this by the same conjugate. We have 2 root 5 minus 3 multiplied by also 2 root 5 plus 3. Then what we have now is to expand. And from what we have up here, 55 is just a constant. So we can still maintain it out as 55 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3. Then divided by, this also follows difference of two squares. That is, when we have a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b, we can write this as a square minus b square. That is, here we have 2 root 5 square minus 3 square. And next step, this becomes 55 times 2 root 5 plus 3, then divided by, the square affects 2, that's 4, 2 square 4, then times, also affect root 5 square, that's 5, then minus 3 square, that's 9. That is, from here, this becomes 55 into brackets 2 root 5 plus 3, then divided by 4 times 5, 20, minus 9. That is, this becomes 55 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3, then over 20 minus 9, that's 11. And we can reduce this. 11 goes here 1, 11 goes here 5. And this reduced to 5 multiplied by 2 root 5 plus 3. So here we have this as the simplified form of this given problem. Thank you for connecting with us here live at Master T Math Class. So give a thumbs up to this video and also share this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for doing that. Now, similarly, let's consider another one here. It's also simple one, an interesting one. And we label this as number 6 here. Also, to simplify, 1 over 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. From what we have here, also when we rationalize, multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, we have 1 times conjugate sort here is 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then divided by, multiply this also by the conjugate. We have 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. multiply by also 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then when we expand this bracket here, the expansion up here, one open this bracket, we still have same thing as 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3, then divided by, this also follows difference of two squares. At this one we have a minus b into bracket, open bracket, a plus b. This same thing as a square minus b square. This a here is 3 root 2. We have 3 root 2 all square minus b is 2 root 3, that's 2 root 3 all square. And this becomes 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by, the square affect 3. 3 square 9 times also root 2 square, that's 2, minus here also 2 square 4 times root 3 square, that's 3. And we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 9 times 2, 18, minus 4 times 3, 12. And also we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 18 minus 12, that's 6. Then we can also separate this now into two fractions. And then this becomes 3 root 2 over 6 plus 2 root 3 over 6. Or here when we reduce this, 3 goes in 6, that's 2. We have root 2 over 2 plus also this becomes root 3 over 3. So we have this as the simplified form of that given problem. So you are just joining us in this channel. This is Master T Math Class. This channel is for mathematics. So do it to subscribe in order not to miss out on our videos. And also give a thumbs up and share this video. And thank you. Now let's consider another question here. And we label this here as question number 7. So we also simplify what we have here. That's 1 over 2 plus root 3, then plus also 1 over 2 minus root 3. Now, from here we have two fractions. When we bring it together as one fraction, we can find the LCM here. The same way we solve our fraction, LCM is a product of these two numbers. That is, we have 2 plus root 3 into brackets, open bracket, 2 minus root 3. So this, it means that these two multiplies. Now, 2 plus root 3 goes here. That is 2 plus root 3, we cancel 2 plus 3. We have 2 minus root 3 left. And 2 minus root 3 times 1, still 2 minus root 3. So that's how we solve fraction. Then plus. Also 2 minus 3 goes there. The left is 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3 times 1 is still 2 plus root 3. Then by the time we simplify up here, minus root 3 plus root 3, this will cancel each other. And we have 2 plus 2, which is 4, divided by, this also follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open bracket, a minus b, which can be expressed as a square minus b square. This here a is 2, that's 2 square minus b, root 3, that's root 3 square. And here we have 4 divided by 2 square is 4, then minus root 3 square, square cancel square root, you have 3. And this becomes 4 over 4 minus 3, 1, which is the same thing as 4. So here we have this also as a simplified form of the given problem. Alright, so we continue from here when next we meet, and thank you for watching. See you in our next lesson. Bye for now.